So today we're going to discuss expressions. So we're going to talk about fractions, and multiplying and stuff like that. So if you can multiply fractions, that's going to be great. So 4/3 multiplying that fraction. You can look on the board to see. So we're going to learn how to multiply fractions. You may have learned one way, but I'm going to try and teach you another way to learn it. One half times 2 times 2 . 2 times 3, 3 times 2, they cross out and cancel each other. Three times 2 and 3 times 1. Three and 3 on each side. You can see on the board all together. Give me 1 times 1 times 1, and it's going to go on and on and on. And all that's going to equal 1. So with canceling, so what's the answer? So it equals 1. So 3x, 2 over 4, and 6x. So we're going to back up a second and go to so we started discussing fractions. So you'll need 4. So you don't need to show 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. You all know that. And so you're going to cancel out all of these numbers. And so altogether it's going to equal 1. So if you're struggling, you should use the other method. But if not, then you can go back. Anyway, we're going to go back to the topic. So 3x over 2 and 4 over 6x. So 4 is going to be 2 times 2. 6. So what are you going to do with that? 3 times 2? Right. Okay. And then x at the end. So, and 3 times x, and then 2. So 4 times x, and 6x. So the 2's are going to cancel. So all together, it's going to equal 1. Again, wow. I need another problem that doesn't equal 1. They don't all equal 1. You can look at the board for this part. So this is named a polynomial. You can look at the board. So 2x and then parentheses. You can look on the board for this. So 2x times all together is x squared plus x plus 6 so 3 times 2 plus 6 plus 1 x squared plus 7x plus 6. That's wrong. It's not equal. Let's try another one. And try again. X plus 2 altogether. X squared plus 5x plus 6. And those two, they're equal. It's complicated, but if you work at it, you can get it. Alright, so now we're going to review so this problem is 3/10 times 15x over 7. And then not over 9. 3 times 3 times 3. So what do we do with the 15? Three x times 5x. 3 times 2 times 5. They cancel now. It becomes 1. And 3 and 3 become 1. So 1 times 1 times 1 times x times 1 times 2. So it's x over 2. It's very, very simple. So this is a complicated problem, so we're going to look at the board. So what are we going to do with the 6? So 2 times 3x. So 3 is going to stay. So for 8, it's going to be 2 times 4. 2 times 3. 5, and 3 times 2 times 4, x. Ugh. So x to the third, you need x times x times x, x times x to the third, we're going to multiply 5 times 2, we're going to add all together to get 7, and we're going to cancel. So you can see the board how we're going to cancel. So 3, and then there's another 3, x to the third, and we got a 9x to the third, 5 times 4, you can look at the board. So now we're going to do another problem. So x squared plus 13x plus 42. You can look at the board. It's a hard, complicated problem. So we're going to do the parentheses. So how do you get x squared? See, x times x. So 42. So how do we get 42? Seven times 6? Great, okay. So if you add 6 and 7, I'm sorry, if you multiply 6 and 7, no, no, I'm sorry, if you add 6 and 7, you're going to get 13. So x plus 6 and x plus 7, so you can look at the board at the lower part. It's a little hard with the parentheses. So what do we do now? 7 times 5? 8 plus 3 doesn't equal. But if you had a negative, so you're going to need to add a negative. So which one are you going to add a negative to? Is it going to be the 8 or the 5? So x minus 5 times, I'm sorry, x plus 5 times x minus 8. So x minus 8 you can look at the board for the answer, x plus 8. So that's great, that's it. That's all you need to do. So remember, so that's just factoring, changing and figuring it all out.